Let's talk about them Knicks heading to Brooklyn, but they ain't going for some cheesecake. They're crossing the bridge to keep their New Year momentum going against the Nets at the Barclay Center. So let's have some fun with this one, y'all. We have actor and longtime Knicks fan Jerry Ferrara joining us right now, live right here. Jerry, you've been a long-time Knicks fan, New York sports fan. I don't know how you do it, bro. I got gray hairs just covering these teams alone. So first and foremost, thanks for hopping on with this, man. How you feeling today?
No, of course. Happy to be here. Always down to talk Knicks because it's officially fun to talk Knicks. Yeah. But I was talking Knicks when it wasn't so fun. So this is a good conversation today.
Like Jay-Z said, when I was talking Instagram, you didn't want your picture snapped. You've been rocking with these Knicks for a long time. And that leads right into this first question because, like I said, I want to have fun with this one. Can we get a wild, never told before Jerry as a Knicks fan story?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I never thought I would ever be honored to sit courtside at a Knicks game. When I was a kid, in '94, I was sitting up by the lights. So it's still probably the best part of anything I accomplished in my career, besides financial security, is that I get to go to some Knicks games. But, okay, two quick ones. I had the chance to meet Porzingis during his rookie year, right? He was my favorite player. But the way it happened was kind of crazy because I was at work. We were shooting power in New York, and my phone starts blowing up. And out of nowhere, I start looking, and apparently Porzingis went on, I guess, the Michael Kay show or some show, and they asked him, you're in the Garden. What actor or celebrity are you most excited to see while you're playing? And I had never met Porzingis. I was just a fan, and he said me. So I was shooting power. It all happened so fast. The Knicks invited me to the game. They're like, you got to come meet Porzingis courtside. I should have sent you the photo because there's a photo of him and I hugging courtside. And it looks like that movie, My Giant, with Billy Crystal and George Murison, because I'm only about 5'6". But that was one of the wildest days in my life. That, and then really quick, whatever reason, Mario Hezonja, remember the Super Mario days, right?
Yeah.
The few times I sat courtside when he was on the Knicks, he would talk trash to me. He'd always kick the ball at me. He told me to stop talking trash. I think I don't know if he thinks I'm someone else, but I feel like Mario Hezonja wanted to fight me.
Had your little Spike Lee, Reggie Miller moment right there, huh?
But except he's a Knick. Maybe I might have tweeted. So I don't know. I don't really talk that negatively about the players if they have a bad game, but yeah, it was weird, dude. He soccer kicked the basketball at me. I wasn't prepared for it.
I gotta do some investigative journalism and get and talk to him and Mario and get the why behind
get
all
the scoop.
That.
Get the scoop.
Man. All love here. All right, let's talk about these Knicks. You said it's fun. You said it's cool to be a Knicks fan these days. 9-2 since the Anunoby deal going into tonight. Grade the Knicks 2024 start.
So it's tough, right? Because for me, no one gets an A+. I just don't really think anyone right now has an A+. So A is like the gold standard for me. I'm going to give the Knicks a B+. And that's kind of a hard grade because they easily could be an A-. But B+, even before the OG trade, I still liked where we were at. We were playing hard, but it holds up for the B+ because clearly once Mitchell Robinson went out, there was a big defensive problem with this team. And we all see what Mitch might have helped make up for on the perimeter end. So since the trade, obviously, it took an unbelievable Kyrie performance to beat us. And we should have beat the Magic. So those two losses weren't even hang your head losses, So I give them a B+. I like where they're at right now. I really, really do.
Dang, you like my 9th grade earth science teacher. I can be doing everything right, but you're still going to give me a B.
We'll get an A+. I mean, A+ is that's like some Warriors 73 win stuff, or, so I think they're very close to A-. You reel off 2-3 more wins and then I think it's an A-.
No free A's and no participation trophies. I get it. We're talking about Anunoby and how great he's been for this squad. Our very own New York Post, one of our writers, Mike Vaccaro, wrote about how Leon Rose has time to make another deal before the trade deadline. Should Leon Rose make a deal to bring in someone else or even a package of guys? Like, if you're Leon Rose, what is this team missing to really be considered contenders in the East?
Yeah, I'm a big Mike Vaccaro fan, and It's funny. I do feel like the front office smells a little blood in the water. Obviously, the Celtics are amazing, sitting at the top. We had a really good outing against Philly. We have a win against the Bucks. Obviously, the Heat just made that deal. I'm sure we'll talk about that. So I think there's a little bit of blood in the water, at least for the Eastern Conference Finals. So I would like to see a move. I don't think it has to be the big package for DeJounte Murray, or Donovan Mitchell's not going anywhere this year, most likely. I really think if we could just get a slight upgrade, and I love Deuce. I think Deuce deserves to play. I just want a little more playmaking off the bench and maybe another big body to go along with Precious to back up Hartenstein. So, yeah, we think Rozier was on that list, but, I think Brogdon would be a great fit. That's a name we hear a lot. Clarkson is a name we hear a lot. I don't think it has to be that big DeJounte Murray type move right now. I think in the offseason, that's another different story. But yeah, I would like a tiny little bench upgrade. But if it doesn't happen, I'm more than happy to go to war and go to battle with this team because they've earned the fans' respect to cheer them going to battle.
You mentioned Rozier right before we actually got on the Zoom call for this interview. Rozier was traded to the Heat for Kyle Lowry and I believe a protected or unprotected 2027 first-round pick. Get into all the weeds of that. You guys go on NBA.com for that. But what do you think of that trade? And do you think now does this put pressure on Leon Rose?
Look, I think that's the good thing about the job that Leon has done. I don't think he's responding to public pressure or media pressure or league pressure. I think he has a plan. I think he's done a fantastic job. So I wouldn't say there's pressure. It's a very bittersweet trade for Knicks fans because on one level, Rozier, to me, is a beast. And that was someone I was interested in being a Knick. That's a guy who hits a lot of big-time buckets. He's been over there in Charlotte for a while. And, we remember the day. It wasn't that long ago he was putting in work in the playoffs with the Celtics. So he's a playoff guy. I'm not going to miss Kyle Lowry being on the Heat because he absolutely killed the Knicks in the playoffs. I'm not going to miss his flops or his dagger threes, his annoying steals, his physicality. So I think the Heat got better, but I also think I'm happy not to see Kyle Lowry in the playoff game ever again.
You mentioned Leon Rose having a plan. I think for the first time since 2007, my rookie year with the Giants, I think this is the first time I kind of heard positive things about like Leon Rose in this front office. I'm just being 100%. Is it safe to say that Knicks fans finally trust the process within this organization?
I think you have to. There's still a lot of people out there who, like Knicks Twitter, X, whatever it's called. I love them. I am one of you. I'm a Knicks fan who is constantly tweeting about this team. I do get a little reactionary to the wins and to the losses, but it is wild to, at this point, have anything negative to say about the job that Leon Rose has done. It's not perfect. There's been some misses, but give me a break. Look at where we're sitting.
Yep.
And the people I think Knicks fans have to thank are Leon Rose and Wes in the front office and Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Because that stuff KD was saying a couple of years ago, the Knicks saying, whatever he was saying, the Knicks aren't hot, the Knicks aren't it. Well, that's officially gone. And we're going to see that tonight. He said that when he went to Brooklyn. And, I know Brooklyn's done well in the matchups head to head, but we're going to see tonight how things are shaping up in the battle for New York that never really happened.
We're going to talk about that, but does James Dolan get some love too?
Of course, look, he owns the team, so
okay,
yeah, he hired Leon Rose, of course.
Good answer, because I don't want you to go in, your ticket not go through because of the facial recognition. He's like, he saw this interview, so good answer.
Yeah, I just like this is the best position we've been since the 90s.
Yeah.
So come on now, it hasn't been all hits, but I think the track record between the draft and the free agency signings and where we have our war chest of assets now to be in this position while winning, it's been masterful.
All right, let's talk about tonight. They're going across the Brooklyn Bridge. They're headed to the Barclays, play the Nets. Nets are absolutely, in the words of Charles Barkley, terrible, but they do control the series as of late. I personally think it's a trap game with all the success that the Knicks are having. I don't know if you're a method actor or not, but let's pretend that you're Tom Thibodeau. What's that pregame speech going to be like to the squad?
Whoa, I'm gonna play defense first. He just sounds like a bear to me. I love when Tibbs is on the sideline just going ice, ice. It's just my favorite. I'm almost gonna use what Julius Randle said, and I'm not trying to disrespect the Nets players. Maybe I'm disrespecting their fans a little bit. I don't care about that. Don't play with your food. This is a winnable game. Like basically go take care of your business. And that is all you need to do. You're the better team. Go show it early. No slow starts. You can't let the cams go off because one of the cams can kill you at any time. I agree, Brandon. Trappy feels for sure. Just take care of business. We dominated the previous game. Just go take care of business. And I think it's a business night for Tibbs.
Yeah, that's why I tell my 8-month-old son, stop playing with your food, man. Like, get all that up off your mouth, man.
Well, wait another few months. He's gonna be throwing it at you. That's what happens to me. I gotta duck.
Hey, tell the people they can find you, man, because I know you're doing some great stuff with Morning Brew Sports every Wednesday. So tell the people where they can get your opinion and hear you talk about New York sports.
Yeah, in case you can't tell, I am pretty passionate about this team. The first game I ever watched as a Knicks fan where I actually knew what was going on was the Trent Tucker 1/10 of a second shot against the Bulls. So I've been doing this a long time. And I joined up with Morning Brew and Knicks Morning Brew Sports. They have shows every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube Live. I'm on the Wednesday show, and I just need an outlet to talk about this team, and I'm in too many group chats already, so I like to talk to people in person. So that's one place to find me. And take care of your business tonight, Knicks.
Absolutely, man. And when you're in the city, we got to get you in studio one time. We can come talk some Knicks basketball as well, man.
We'd love that.
Appreciate you coming on, and big fan, man. Keep killing it. Keep crushing life.
You as well. Keep doing your thing. I enjoy watching you, and go Knicks.